All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Note. Happy Monday, everybody. It is October 25th, 2021. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for joining me today and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk about markets and answer your questions. Love doing it. Time to rock. New week. Let's get this. All right, before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little white logo. Click on that. Turn on notifications. Like our channel. Subscribe to our channel. And comment your questions. We love to hear from you guys. Really do appreciate it, as always. All right, let's talk about it. Dow futures up 22 points. NASDAQ futures up 41. S&P futures up 6, 45.42. Russell at 22.90. Crude oil is up 1.46%, near $85 a barrel. Gold futures are above that 1800 level we've been talking about for a long time now. Let's see if it sustains, up 0.45%. U.S. 10-year yields 1.67%. We'll take a look at that chart in a little bit. So will the dollar, 93.94, up 0.32%. The VIX is up 2.66% at 1584. Let's take a look at silver futures. They're up 0.35%. 24.52 an ounce. Euro dollar 115.96, down 47 pips. Dollar yen 113.88, up 38 pips. Ethereum futures are up 3.5% at 41.35. 62,845 for Bitcoin futures. The spot Bitcoin 62,740. SHIB got all the headlines this weekend as it soared. Let's see on let me see, investing.com, crypto market cap, and then we can start taking a look at what's moving, what's shaking. Let's see if I can get this going. Be a lot easier than just looking at my portfolio, right? More active crypto, I guess it is not there. Wow, okay, so it's still not in the top 10. Let's see, all cryptocurrencies. I'm looking at the chart here. Give me a second so I can get you guys the correct ones. Here we go. All right, here's the top 20 cryptos by market cap. Bitcoin being number 1, Ethereum number 2, Binance number 3, Cardano number 4. It's up as well. Basically, all are up the last 24 hours except Shiba, which everyone has been talking about this weekend. I do hold some. I'll actually show you exactly how much I got. Remember, guys, I took some profit on Shiba with Investment Club. I used those tickets for a flight with the wife to Colorado, so it'd be like a little Valentine's thing for us, wedding anniversary gift. So thank you, Shiba. I still have some. Don't kill me, I know. One that we are in that we signaled for our Investment Club was the Graph, GRT. We own it. Price target of $5 is what we have, so let's see what we can get. And that's our Bitcoin crypto portfolio so far. And if you want to take a look at all the crypto based on market cap, investing.com/crypto/currencies. Let's get to the stock market and what's moving, what's shaking. Big news on Tesla. Let me see if I can get this going. Clear all. I don't need that. Okay, here we go. Tesla, Hertz, the rental car company, orders 100,000 units from Tesla on the report, the largest single electric vehicle purchase ever. Obviously, with that being said, Tesla is up pre-market very nicely. You could see here, if I go to the NASDAQ, it is up 4.32% pre-market. It's an active stock. Anything that I know the names are, I don't. Let's go to the Dow. Apple's slightly down 0.19%. Intel's up 0.18%. Chevron's up nearly 1% with oil. Verizon slightly green. Microsoft slightly red. IBM slightly green, 0.17%. Comcast down 0.17%. PayPal says they're not interested in Pinterest anymore. PayPal is bouncing back, up 5.35%. Micron is up 2.22% pre-market. Carnival down 1.5% pre-market. Facebook down 0.73%. And of course, we talked Tesla on the NASDAQ. Nvidia's up 1.34%. I love me some Nvidia. I'm still holding some runners on a trade that we had on Nvidia. So let me go ahead and take a look at that. I have the Nvidia 230 calls, just one runner. We took profit on that one. So I just have one contract running. That is for this week expiry. I also have Tesla, the 1,000 calls. I have 6 contracts right here. It should be green, nicely green this morning. We signaled it on unusual options activity, which are only for Masterclass and premium members. You could see Tesla 1,000 calls, October 29. We looked at the volume, big time volume. I also tweeted about it. So again, if you're not following the Twitter, you're really missing out. So I highly recommend that you do, because you would have probably looked at this. Tesla 1,000 strike calls for next week, 25,000 volume. Someone definitely knew something. You could see it right there with the chart lining up. it was worth a shot, and looks like we're going to catch it this morning. It's $50 off the strike, so that's nice. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some charts. We'll answer some questions as well. Let's go ahead and kind of keep it on a macro sense. Again, the only real earnings today is Facebook. That's the big one. Let's take a look at VIX this morning. Let's take a look at the daily. So it kind of gives us a little more of a, an hourly, apologize. Again, you can see bouncing above the 50-day moving average at 1582 on the 1 hour. There is a couple of, there's a gap to fill right down here at 1841. Again, possible. But looking at the daily, you could see that we broke big time support. If I can get this to freaking load. Okay, now it doesn't want to load. Let's see if we can try this again. There we go. Sorry about that. So your big support here is 1410. So we do have a little more downside, but the one I was really looking at was right around 1516 for a slight bounce. Again, a lot of bullish backdrop here. 1410 seems about the big level to the downside, with 1168 being huge support. If you start getting the single digits, that's when it gets really interesting. But right now, 1581, again, I expect a little sideways action, so I wouldn't be touching VIX. If you want to buy some insurance, VXXY, you can buy some SPY puts or puts against your bigger stocks, obviously for protection. It is just insurance. You don't buy car insurance hoping you crash, obviously. You don't buy insurance on your Ferrari, so then you just crash on purpose. It's just insurance, just a heads up. Okay, so we'll take a look here at the dollar. I saw I had a question from James. We'll take a look at it here. James asking about gold is up and so is the DXY, which is the dollar. Don't they move in opposite direction? Think one will give? Well, usually they do, because gold and most commodities, not all commodities, are priced in dollars. So again, you always want to look at both backdrops. So again, you could see on the daily here on the dollar, 93.51 is your support. We bounced off that. Really, your resistance now is 94.56. I expect this to kind of stay within that range, 93.33 being your 50-day moving average. So I expect this to just kind of stay within this range here. There's no real big Fed news or big economic news other than GDP, which I believe is on Thursday. But other than that, the dollar, I don't expect much movement there, so I kind of wouldn't look at that correlation. Again, a break of 93.51 down would be good for growth and good for tech. Let's take a look now at the TNX, which is the yields. You can see big time resistance there at 1.7. That's 1.70%. Again, if we reject that again, we'll keep an eye. But if that does break, I will definitely take a look at some financials. JPM, Citi, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. You know the names that we do. Also Morgan Stanley. But again, you want 1.7 break on TNX. If it does break down, then you start looking at some support levels about 1.6, 1.593. Then about 1.501 for some more downside if we reject on terms of bonds. One more thing I think we were looking at, let's take a look at oil. Again, as you know, I am bullish on oil. Again, good to see here. Let's take a look at a little bit of a more max chart. You can see that we broke this level. Again, we've been long crude oil for the most part, right around $74 a barrel with XOP. That's kind of our proxy. That is the oil and exploration ETF. I have one of our analysts kind of look up more details on XOP. We own some, but again, we want to kind of get a little more of a forecast. My forecast, again, still remains the same on crude oil, which is right around $100 a barrel. I expect we get there. Once we get kind of there, I'll get out of this trade of XOP. We've been around since 97, 98. We're at 107 now. Right around 130.56. We might start pulling out our initial investment, maybe let a little bit ride. Maybe we can get to around 140, 150. But again, we don't want to be too greedy. 130.56 doesn't sound like a bad target for us as we move forward. So XOP, we're still long. That's where we are. Let's answer some questions, guys. Anything I'm looking for today? Yeah, I'm looking at yields. Yields is the big one. I'm looking at TNX. If that does break 1.7, I'm taking a look at financials. So I'm going to kind of focus on financials today. How would you play Facebook? I think they go lower after earnings. I would not touch Facebook on earnings. Again, the IV, meaning the implied volatility, will be high. So just be very careful on it. Again, I did buy some Facebook on Friday. It hit the level, we didn't hit 320 that I wanted, but I kind of gave in, bought it around 323. So I'm okay with it. I just added my position. If we start breaking down below 315, I'll probably nibble a little more on Facebook. Maybe below 300 would be very nice. Again, I still like Facebook long term. Tesla 950. Tesla's on fire. We do have the 1,000 calls for this week under UOA. Good morning. Don't you feel better about United? Yeah, Greg, you're killing me. What a horrible, horrible game to watch. My wife was sitting right next to me watching it, and I just turned it off, and I said, I can't do this. This is terrible. No Cowboys, obviously, due to the bye week, so football was really, really boring. The only kind of bright spot was a Clásico, Real Madrid beating Barcelona. That was nice to see. I didn't get to watch the match, but for the most part, United really kind of ruined the sports weekend for me. Just got some headlines here regarding MasterCard. MasterCard, any bank or merchant on its S network can soon offer crypto services. That's pretty cool. Let's see if that's moving the needle in terms of Bitcoin. It is not. We're now at 62,601. You're welcome. Thoughts on Dorsey hyperinflation comments? Obviously, he's a big Bitcoin bull, so anything hyperinflation does push Bitcoin a little higher. But I posted something regarding Goldman's call on supply chain. I think you should go ahead and read that on Instagram. Hyperinflation, guys, I don't think people understand what hyperinflation means. You know, take a look at Zimbabwe, Venezuela, Germany circa 1930. Yeah, that's hyperinflation. I think we have inflation, but not hyper. I think, again, we talked about this on Instagram Live. If you missed it, it's on Instagram. Again, the fear thing, the fear tactic. I know. We can't say that things are going to be okay because that's boring and we don't need that. Morning, Carl. Thoughts on Apple and AMD for continuation to the upside. Keep in mind, Carmen, they report this week, so I want you to be extremely careful. I would not touch Apple or AMD until they report. Again, you can see Apple is starting to hit short-term support, but it definitely could hit 147.66. I had some calls on it, went sideways on us. That was the only loser of the week. Sucks. I wanted perfection. Perfection is very difficult to obtain. AMD looks nicer. I think AMD will continue the upside. Apple could pull back a little bit. Supply chain issues, I'm sure. But AMD has incredible demand, obviously, with the chips. So 122 would be a nice target. But again, the IV jacks up the premium. So again, with earnings season, guys, you just got to sit on your hands for the most part. Don't kind of kill yourself trying to catch different things beforehand. Just take your time. And you can see economic calendar on... let's see, I think I reported, I didn't put that up. I put it on Twitter. Let's go ahead and find the earnings calendar, and I'll go over it with you guys here in a second, and then we'll wrap up our video. Where is this thing? Here we go. Okay, so here we go for the week. We got Facebook after the bell. Other than that, not real much. Tuesday in the open, we have UPS, General Electric, 3M, Lockheed Martin, JetBlue, Waste Management, Raytheon, those boys. Not everyone really cares about those, but Tuesday after the bell, that's when we start getting AMD, Microsoft, Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google, Visa, Twitter, Enphase, Robinhood. Robinhood earnings are going to be interesting. Wednesday, we have Boeing, GM, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Spotify, Teva, Six Flags before the open. After the close, we have Ford, Teladoc, Twilio, ServiceNow, Align, Upwork, Lending Club. Thursday would be another big one. We have Shopify before the bell, MasterCard, Caterpillar, Merck, Altria, Overstock, Comcast, Sirius. After the bell, Apple. Everyone loves Apple. Amazon, United Steel, Starbucks, Skechers, Gilead, Western Digital, MicroStrategy, so on and so forth. And then Friday is a big oil one. We have Exxon and Chevron and ConocoPhillips reporting on Friday. So let's see. I expect oil to continue to go up, obviously. So Exxon and Chevron would possibly be worth something. But again, the IV guy, when it comes to earnings, just don't kill yourself buying some now. Again, you can always use indexes, which is QQQ and SPY. You can always try to use that, kind of lower your risk there. But let's see what we get from there. Again, for the most part, kind of be tactical this week. We had a nice run up the last 2 weeks. Doesn't mean you go all in now. Take it easy. Wait for your target like a sniper and wait for your shot. Wait for that crack shot. PayPal price to add. Wow. I mean, this is a tough one because we're just getting a short squeeze. And again, guys, we've been long Tesla for a long time. We've been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. Again, we broke all-time highs, a blow off top. If you want to start taking a look at it, again, my level was 583. I don't think we're going to get there. So I'm going to have to go ahead and put an alert right on the 200-day, about 762. If we can get there, great. If we don't, then so be it. But again, 762.55 would be a nice buy target on the dip. Again, guys, we want to buy on the dip, not when it's going up. Don't we want sales? We want discounts, don't we? And PayPal long here. We are long PayPal. We do love some PayPal. Didn't break the level I wanted, 225.83. Call me a little greedy. I want a good discount. But again, here to buy on a nice boost, not really worth it. So I will just wait, see if we get a little bit more of a pullback before you start buying some PayPal. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. GARcapitalFX.com is the website. Feel free to join us. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram, social media. Love you guys as always. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. Share the channel with your friends who would enjoy this content. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. We'll join you tomorrow on the Morning Note. Thank you, guys.